Found out my GF, 31F, has been cheating on me, 28M, for a year. How do I approach this? Man, I feel like I am too ashamed to talk to anyone ATM. My girlfriend has been having a flick, or whatever you want to call it, with a guy that she has been really good friends with for some time now, and now I know why. She got drunk as hell today, and in her drunken delirium I kinda got some info that pushed me into finding it out. Now I am embarrassed for doing it, but as she was drunk and I put her to bed, I looked through her WhatsApp and I found out she has had a sex thing with another guy that she always referred to as a bestie. So I decided, fuck it, and got his number off her phone and asked him directly. He basically admitted but also said that it was her pushing it more than him and that he kept telling her that she should stop, which OFC I kinda find it bullshit, but whatever, at least he admitted and didn't feign ignorance. He said it is basically lasting for a year, or lasted. IDK, but I am sure it was more than one time they did it. I have been with her for 4 years now, and I started our relationship as a weak, depressed individual with huge self-doubts, and because of her motivation I turned into a somewhat more optimistic and confident guy. But after this I just feel shell-shocked, you know. She has had depression and very weird thoughts, and who knows what other mental issues, but I loved her, still do at this moment. But I've been seeing some red flags for some time, yet I always tried to ignore them as I am an insanely paranoid person and I never trust anyone fully, which is a fault of mine. She has also been a victim of sexual assault, and I think that ruined her a bit more and made her look for some weird coping mechanisms. She obviously loves me, or at least acts that way perfectly. I mean, she does anything for me. She has been such a pillar of support for me in these 4 years, yet now I feel so betrayed. IDK. I keep telling myself it's because I didn't give her enough attention, or I wasn't good enough in bed, but I highly doubt it at this point. There is no way she would be with me for such a long time otherwise. Really, I would have married her, but I don't know if this can be salvaged, and we invested so much into our relationship. From moving in together to owning 2 cute cats together, I feel like my whole world has been shattered. I don't know what to do or how to approach this. I am just shaking and feeling shocked. Edit. Confronted her about it. She didn't try to cover it. She just bursted into tears. SND. We had a long convo. She says she still loves me, but she did it during the time she felt very lonely when she had to stay in another city at times for her apprenticeship. I said I don't know how can this ever be salvaged or if I would be ever able to get past this. If we continues, maybe it would only be anguish in this relationship. Edit 2. We just decided to go our separate ways. I still like her as a person and she's an incredibly helpful and supportive person, so I will stay with her as friends probably, but we both agreed our relationship would never work the same after this, and she admitted she wanted to stay with me forever, but I can't pretend our relationship would be fine afterwards. I thank everyone for supportive words and advice, even their own stories, means a lot, which is weird when it comes from complete strangers online. You end it. Immediately. She didn't get drunk and do something stupid, she's been having a year-long affair. Relationships require some degree of trust if they're ever going to work, and you can never trust her again. She cheated for a whole year. She knew exactly what she was doing. There is no beating around the bush here whatsoever. At some point in your life, you gotta get over your crippling insecurities. At no point should your woman even be entertaining another man's time. This one is cooked. Forget her mental illness, etc. You dump her ass and move on. And don't get into another relationship until you've grown, because at the moment you have doormat written all over you. I'm not trying to be mean, but you need some friends that will tell you harsh truths. You approach it by leaving. Most important thing is your self-worth. Just know as a person, you deserve far more and far better than what she's done. Value yourself and know she doesn't deserve you. Please don't think the problem was you. I know that it's hard, but you did nothing to deserve this. It's not about you, it's about her. My mind always went there. Maybe if only I was more. I didn't do X enough. Just try to take the good things she did and move forward from a stronger position than you went in. I wish you much peace. Liar. How to deal with my fiancé, 46M, lying to me, 46F, about money. So my fiancé, 45M, has been lying to me, 46F, for over a year about money. He said he got a promotion at work, which never actually happened. And that they owe him like 20K in back pay. He said he filed a case with the labor board and they approved the investigation. He keeps saying the money will be there, but it never is. He lies about it every day, constantly making up new excuses. We struggle financially, and as much as I wish it was all true, I know it's not. It's been a perpetual lie that never stops. I don't know what to do. How to confront him about it. Betrayal and lies are such a huge no-no with him when it comes time. If I tell a lie, so I don't know how he can be doing this to me. It seems like he's pathological. Help? I need advice. If he lies repeatedly about this, then he will lie about other things too. Trust is the cornerstone of a relationship. This man can't be trusted to tell you the truth. Planning to marry a man who obviously lies and is trying to make you think he will be financially secure when he clearly will not, is not a bright future. Don't marry him. I'm stunned. If you can't bring this up, I can't fathom that you agreed to get married. You sit down and tell him that you know that none of this is true. That would be the beginning of my breakup speech. How do you know he's lying? You're 46. I cannot believe you are this age and have this question. Obviously, you leave, but you've likely ignored other red flags. If there's no trust, there's no relationship. I'd rather be solo than with an unreliable partner. My boyfriend, M33, wants me, F24, to deleted physical evidence. Any advice? TW. Abuse. So this already starts off bad and I, F24, already know that I shouldn't stay with him, but that is not the advice I am looking for. To make a long story short, back in May 2024 my boyfriend, M33, had physically abused me during a heated argument one night after the bar, leaving 2 black eyes and a busted lip. This is the only time something major has happened physically. Every day after the incident I took multiple photos and videos. I don't remember anything that happened during the fight, so I forgot that I voice memo record everything start to finish. A couple days to a week later he had convinced me to delete the whole 40 minutes recording, and I did, but only after I got some snippets of the recording, like who and how the fight started and of course the major event. I should have never deleted the recording and I don't know if I could ever get it back, though throughout the months I have started to hold it over his head when he treats me or talks to me poorly. He hasn't liked that very much. He says he has talked to a lawyer friend. He says he only talked to the lawyer was because he is trying to protect himself and or some legal advice, so I went and talked to an ex-officer on what would be my next step is. When and if I do turn him in. I was told I have 5 years to still be able to turn him in, but the warrant would only be issued in our home state and he just currently moved 1,700 miles away out of state. Now he wants me to delete all the evidence I have so he can be freed of invisible shackles. I told I wasn't going to delete them, but he is insisting I do so we can start our relationship fresh. He wants me to forget a major brain-altering event that I don't remember anything from, and I think that is the reason I don't want to forget something like this, because I am still trying to understand and heal it. He says if I don't delete the evidence then he cannot love me properly and will be walking on eggshells, afraid to mess up and be blasted on Facebook. Do I delete the evidence and just move on from something that happens months ago? Or how do I tell him I don't want to delete the evidence and I would just like to move on with no one blackmailing each other? Don't delete the evidence. If anything, back it up somewhere online which is secure, and also send it to someone you trust so there's another copy out there. Even if you don't want to leave now, you should start working on a plan to do that. Reach out to family or friends who can support you as well. No guy is worth risking injury or life for. You don't want to hear, leave? Well, fuck that and know this. The next beating can only be prevented by leaving. There will be a next beating. Of course he wants you to delete the evidence that he assaulted you. Why are you still with him? Are you waiting for him to do it again? He has the brass balls to say he'd be walking on eggshells when you live with the fear of him destroying your face again. He's quite the catch. 1. Go to the police now. Today. 2. This man is going to kill you. 3. Destroying evidence of a crime is also a crime. Go to the police with your evidence now. Today. 4. This man is going to kill you if you don't. 5. Go to the police now. Today. He's 1,700 miles away and you don't want to be in a relationship with him. Keeping the evidence will hopefully keep him gone. Reporting him can help keep him gone. Don't delete it. What are you doing? You need to get away from this jerk who physically abused you in a serious way. Do you never see the news or any true crime doc? This is how it starts. Then he ends up killing you. Get out, get safe, and block him everywhere. Reach out to family and friends to help you get out. If you don't have family, friends, reach out to social services for battered women. You are in a high-risk situation and need to value yourself and get as far away from him as you can. Pretty sure my 46 female man, 41 male, is using me for money. Is my dollar worth more than our relationship? Please forgive grammar and formatting. I am on mobile, and the only thing that is giving me courage to post are the beers I drank after my mom's funeral. I know the answer to my question, but please give me a valid reason for this conclusion. So, I am pretty sure my partner of 11 years is using me for money, but I need some objective opinions. For background, I, 46 female, have been living with my partner, 41 male, for 11 years. We have worked and lived together for the first 9. Everything was storybook. I have never felt more supported or loved in my life. At the 9-year mark, we had to part ways with our employer and everything changed. We both moved to the same company. I went to leadership and he moved to maintenance. The company was not a good fit for me. Differences in ethics, so I moved on and he stayed. This is when things started to go bad. My man has a baby mama, so I let him control his money to support his family, and my money is for us. I have no children, so supporting myself along with one man is not a hardship for me. I have a mortgage, car payment, and our living expenses. He has 4 kids, a mortgage, car payment, and a baby mama to support. She does not work and homeschools the kids. I recently found out he has been cashing out on my credit and banking it in his personal banking account. He makes 6 figures. I also found out he never changed his primary residence to our address. He still lives with his baby mama according to the government, even though he moved in with me 11 years ago. WTF? He also stopped sleeping in the bedroom almost a year ago. He has not given me a believable reason for sleeping on the couch for this length of time. He told me it's the mattress, but that is hard to believe since he has done nothing to fix it before or after any of our conversations about it. There were multiple conversations. I work with low-income employees daily, so difficult convos about living situations are normal for me to navigate. Is there another explanation? Please tell me there is another explanation. Even if nothing else was true, the fact that he is funneling money into his personal bank account is a complete breach of trust. You have every right to be upset and suspicious. Oh, darling. Flushed, no one needs to tell you anything. This one is simple, unrefutable, even for a romantic heart. Make up whatever would be believable. And tell him you cannot pay his part of the bills anymore. If he stays with you, then it's real. If not, well then, now you know. I wish you the best. 2 hearts, 2 hearts. Okay, I'm going to begin with an example. I, 46F, no kids, and with my partner who makes about 1/4 what I make. We pay into shared expenses based on % of income. All expense for his kiddo who lives with us half-time are on him except food which I buy. And I'll buy him a car when he's old enough and do whatever. If your partner is making 6 figures and not helping with bills, you're being used, and maybe he is too as he's spineless. He should not be Fulu supporting the other home. That's insane. She needs to work and the kids need to be in real school. Is there another explanation? Please tell me there is another explanation. Alternatively, you could face and deal with the more obvious explanation. Girl, you're not just supporting him, you're supporting the family he never left. Also, I'd be willing to bet his love for you is not unconditional. Go ahead and cut off his access to your funds and make him pay half and see how conditionally he loves you. Fuck that shit, sis. Okay, I'm going to begin with an example. I, 46F, no kids, and with my partner who makes about 1/4 what I make. We pay into shared expenses based on % of income. All expense for his kiddo who lives with us half-time are on him except food which I buy. And I'll buy him a car when he's old enough and do whatever. If your partner is making 6 figures and not helping with bills, you're being used, and maybe he is too as he's spineless. He should not be Fulu supporting the other home. That's insane. She needs to work and the kids need to be in real school.